Well, we will call to order the August 11th, 2025 regular scheduled meeting of the Johnson County Fiscal Court. Let us all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have 3 community events that we want to announce or mention this evening. They were on the slides there. I don't have them in any order, so just go ahead, whatever's handy for you. The first one is the Kentucky State Fair that's in Louisville at the fairgrounds. That will be August 14th through the 24th. We're going to bring this to your attention. One is we hope that folks can attend the state fair this year. The other reason is our own Adam Priest will be on the air at the state fair on Thursday, August 14th from 7 in the morning to 10 a.m. And that's a really unique experience for him and really good publicity for our community because not everybody gets to host a segment down there. Correct, Adam?
Yeah, and we're also going to bring along Jeremiah Parsons from Paintsville Tourism. He's going to be on the air with us that morning too. And
so you all will be interviewing folks throughout that 3 hours that are there, state officials and other folks. So tune in to that on WKLW from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on Thursday morning. And then obviously if you can attend the fair at any point during those 10 days, then we encourage you to do that as well. So thanks, Adam, for doing that. Thanks for representing you and Jeremiah representing Johnson County down there. Next one is this weekend, August 16th. There is a end of summer pool party. This is hosted by Johnson County GUS, or Unite. And that will be at the city pool. There's community partners involved in this. I don't know if it lists them on there or not, but there's several community partners involved in that. But it's a free event. There's going to be crafts there. There's going to be refreshments there for. It's obviously for the youth, and that will be from 12 to 5 at the Paintsville City Pool. So that's an end of the summer pool party hosted by GUS. And then lastly is the library, and Christy's actually here with us. So we want to promote the program that they have down there, which is going to be August 30th. That'll be from 11 to 1. It's Carnival Family Fun Day. If you're not aware, the library has a lot of family fun days, and this is another one they're having, and this will be August 30th from 11 to 1. So please join them for that event at the public library. So we appreciate all the work they do there. So there's some items I just wanted to mention as they will occur prior to our next meeting in September. We'll move on in the agenda to the approval of the minutes for July 14th. I did have a couple that I needed to recommend suggestions for changes. One is just a spelling on item 16. That's Flex, F-L-E-X, Flex E-Grant. So if we could make that change on item 16. And then also sorry, now I can't find the one I thought I marked it. Oh, yes. Item 15, that action that was taken was actually to approve the 407 supplier for culverts. We had already bid that, but we did not approve that when we were first opened because we wanted to review the bids to make sure they could meet the requirements that we had. And so we came back last month and actually approved them as the supplier for culverts because they were the only bidder, but they were able to supply us on the terms to which that we needed. So just with those, unless there's other changes, that's the two that I saw. That, and then
what did you want to change on 15?
15, we just need to strike the word advertising for,
Okay.
and we basically approve the bid
Okay.
for 407 supplier. If there's no other changes, we entertain a motion to approve the minutes with the changes.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Salyers, or second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is approval of the monthly bills, monthly claims as presented. You have a claims report list as well as some individual bills as well. Certainly happy to answer any questions about any of those. If not, we would entertain a motion to approve them.
I make a motion we approve them.
Motion to approve by Commissioner Cliggs, or second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salyer. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is approval of transfers and financials. You have a copy of all of those items in front of you. One is related to the Corps of Engineer project. The other is just some miscellaneous transfers throughout the general fund and the LGEA, just to make sure that certain line items are covered on there. And then the jail fund as well, for $50,000 this month.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Salyer to approve financials and transfers. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is a presentation of the sheriff's tax settlement for fiscal year '24. I think, Sally, did we just basically vote to accept this? I don't think, it's not our work product, so we don't approve it. Yeah, so basically we just need to put it in the public record. So we will just, I guess for the record, we will make a motion to accept the sheriff's tax settlement for fiscal year '24.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gerald. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Click. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is presentation of the sheriff's tax settlement fiscal year '24 gas and oil. And again, we would entertain a motion to accept that into the public record.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Click. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salyer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is a resolution for LGEDF funding for the Van Leer Fire Department in the amount of $4,000. This is the court supports our local volunteer fire departments from single county coal severance money as well as the general fund. This is for Van Leer. This is the first step, approving the resolution. Then we get concurrence letters from our local legislators and then write the project scope and send it to DLG for approval. So this is the first step. Just need approval of the resolution.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Click. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Next is approval of bids for the Noah Stapleton Bridge. We have two bids. I can find something to open with. The first bid that was submitted is from Middle Fork Contracting for the Noah Stapleton Bridge. This is for FEMA. This is associated with a FEMA project. And the bid from Middle Fork Contracting is $110,745. The second bid that was received for Noah Stapleton Bridge repair replacement is from Boca Enterprises. Bidders were required to be pre-qualified from the state. This bid is for $74,000 from Boca Enterprises. So I would recommend that we make them, as we always do, since ER Assist, our grant manager, created this bid package. It would be my recommendation, so we don't have to come back, is to approve the low bid of Boca Enterprise, subject to a review of compliance with the bid specifications by our grant manager. Any questions on that? All right.
That motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gerald. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Click. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next, we have a approval of a speed limit sign request recommendation by the sheriff, which is the first step in the process, is to submit this. He's requesting 25-mile-an-hour speed limit signs along Middle Fork of Jenny's Creek between Leander and Callista. So we would entertain a motion to approve the sheriff's request.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Salyer. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is approval of a resolution for LMPP funding related to Phase 1 FWEEP. Just as a reminder, Phase 1, this is of the Corps of Engineer Section 202 flood control project. The Phase 1 is the FWEEP, the Flood Warning Emergency Evacuation Plan that is part of the project, which places 23 sensors in 23 streams and also puts outdoor sirens that are over the entire county as a warning system. And so as part of that, obviously there's real estate involved, and there are some costs associated with some of the public properties that are not reimbursable. So we are going to apply for funding from the local match project program. I think it's what LMPP with the state. We've received funding from this on different occasions before, but it's designed to help with projects just like this. So we're asking for your approval of the resolution for us to request $268,600 from the LMPP program. We've already been in contact with DLG. They're aware of the project. They're aware of the circumstances and the request, so they're expecting our application. So just need approval of this resolution, so we move forward.
Make a motion.
Motion by Commissioner Salyer. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Click. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Let me also say about that particular part of the project too, about FWEEP. There will be going forward some survey activity associated with that. Obviously, some site visits for those. But just as a reminder, what the stream monitors will do is obviously it will communicate real-time data back to the emergency management office during storm events that will notify them of rising waters in certain areas, so that we can then notify residents in those areas to evacuate more timely. We'll have real-time data coming from these sensors. So again, this is part of the Corps of Engineers 202 flood control project. And then the other part of that is obviously the outdoor sirens as well. We have 3 sirens currently in the community right now at Foothills, Station 1 on Main Street, and the Senior Citizen Center. But this will place sirens throughout Johnson County to be able so folks can audibly get those notifications. So it's a really, really important project. I've said this before, but just as a reminder, if you go back and take a look at some of the events that we've had and events that our neighbors have had, obviously the more warning you can have, the more you can save lives and save property. So it's a really, really important project. We're excited about it. We're glad the Corps of Engineers included it in our project, and we feel like that if we can do this right, if we get it to work the way it's supposed to work, that it will probably be something that will be replicated across the region, that funding is available, because it obviously is critical to public safety. So anyway, we're excited about that project moving forward. Next item is approval of resolution and agreement with KYTC for 80/20 funding for the Iva Seagraves Road drainage structure. This will be every year the county is allocated $100,000 with a 20% match to replace or upgrade drainage structures that are obviously in need. The Iva Seagrave structure is one that we continually have. It's a low water bridge. We continually have backup with that location. Not only does it impact travel in that area, but also impacts people upstream as well. So the state has approved our request for this project. So with the approval of this resolution and the agreement, then we will put this project out to bid as well. So just need a motion to approve this resolution agreement for this project.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Salyer. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Click. Any discussion? All in favor? I'm sorry.
This will be done this
Yes,
year, possibly.
yeah. So I guess realistically, Tim, because of weather, I'm going to say probably spring.
Okay.
By the time we get this back and get a fully executed agreement back, and then we go out to bid and get bids in, it's probably a project.
Okay.
Next is approval and appointment to the Solid Waste Commission. We have a vacancy on the Solid Waste Commission, and I would like to recommend the appointment of Dirk Cook to that Solid Waste Commission. Dirk lives on Castle Fork, Stambo side. Can't think of his actual road name that he lives on. It is off that road, but
Green.
what is it?
It's Green, isn't it?
Something, yeah.
El Green Road?
No, it's Meadow something, I think. Yeah, but you're close. Thanks, Sally. You're out in the same. It's in the Sambo area. But anyway, Dirk is a resident there. He's very community minded, and we think he'd be a really good person for our Solid Waste Commission. He was very happy to be asked and happy to serve. So, would like to have your approval for Dirk to serve on the Solid Waste Commission.
Like that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gerald. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salyer. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Next is approval. We have two vacancies at the Animal Services. We're just asking for approval for these 2 part-time employees to fill vacancies.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gerald. Is there a second?
That's Commissioner Click.
It's Commissioner Click. Excuse me. I was anticipating you might be the second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald.
Commissioner Gerald seconds that. Thank you. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Next is Emergency Management Monthly Activity Report. You have that in front of you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Paul or Gary. I guess, Paul, probably the most significant thing on the list would be the completion of the merger, correct? But with W.R. Castle and the Theoka Fire Department. That occurred during the last month. So, any questions for Paul? All right.
We,
go ahead.
have we talked with Red Bush about maybe merging with Flat Gap, or?
I have not had any discussions. I think between the departments, they've talked, so, most of the departments are struggling for members throughout the county. It seems that a lot of them are working together more than they have in the past.
Right.
Yeah, this discussion is probably a lot. Just increasing, everybody put the resources together.
That's a good question, Tim, and I think just for the process, Paul, basically if the departments are considering that, they usually talk amongst themselves, and then they bring that to Paul, to Gary, or myself, or all of us, and then it goes from there. The approval process, Fire Commission has to approve it if that's their desire, and then it's a matter of the chiefs of each department and myself signing approval for that as well. So,
What is the age of volunteer work?
Age?
Yes.
Regular workers' comp 18, but there's a junior firefighter program. How it flows, they go around 16. You can start at 16.
Is there a way to go to the schools and recruit?
Yeah, we try to do fire prevention at W.R. Castle every year, and we have successfully in the years that said, we remember you come talking about fire prevention, and they'll end up coming there, or the opportunity when we go out on the fires, in the community, outreach, different things, different projects. Trail towns, when we had trail towns, somebody was asking about water rescue, and that gentleman, you don't have to fight fire, there's all kinds of things that you could possibly do to get the fire department. We encourage anybody and everyone to help, because in reality, it's just doing nothing but saving the community money and lives and the insurance. And without cooperation with the Paintsville utilities and getting fire hydrants out there, we can't do it. We can't do it all. We're doing a free service for the community, so it just takes the community to help.
good questions. Thank you all. Thanks, Paul. Any other questions related to the report? All right, motion to approve.
What do other counties, just curious, like other counties in the state, does everybody have volunteer fire departments? Does some have to have county fire departments? How does?
It's going to be, I assume, probably, Paul, Ryan can comment on that. I think rural areas generally primarily operate outside of the city limits with volunteer fire departments, correct? In rural counties, mostly?
Is it 95%? 95% of fire departments in the state of Texas volunteer.
Yeah, they
Because
can't.
of the funds and
Yeah.
the operating budget, probably for Paintsville Water Department, $1 million. You're paying, yeah, a little over $1 million, so I mean, you have to fundraise $2 or $3 million to be able to cover the entire county, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah.
That's why we're mostly volunteers. Have to.
And would,
Citizens want to.
in which it's beneficial, that as departments, examine themselves and their operations, and then if they feel like that a merger is in the best interest of their district, that's the reason I appreciate these departments approaching that subject, because they're doing the right thing, because if they don't feel like they can provide the service to their districts, then they're obviously trying to find a way to do that. So the mergers have been helpful in that sense.
And Johnson County has a mutual aid agreement, and that one needs help, other departments will help. We're not going to leave it straight.
Right.
We work as together. We may have boundaries that we take care of, but we're out there to help each other. We should be.
Good discussion.
I just thought
Important.
maybe high school recruitments might intrigue them to want to volunteer, and then they would be locked in for a really long time.
Yeah, we've even reached out to them, maybe even helping us with, they've got a media program about maybe doing a fundraising campaign and doing us a video of that.
Sounds good.
Everybody's got busy lives, and everybody's got family, and everybody's got kids, and everybody's got ball games, and everybody's got everything.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul.
Good discussion.
Thank you. Motion to approve the activity report for emergency management.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Click. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald. All in favor? Any opposed? Under other, I have a few items. One, you have a resolution in front of you related to the Youngs Branch Lost Creek Road. We were working on road plans and found out that this particular road had been misidentified on the state mapping, and we worked with Jamie Pinson with the Area Development District, their GSI person, and GIS, got my acronym backwards, GIS person. Anyway, he identified that we needed to correct one section of that road, which was identified as a private road when it's actually a county road. So this resolution simply just does that, so that going forward, if we pursue funding for that road, then it's correct in the mapping system. So the language on the second whereas was provided by Jamie and said that would be sufficient to get it corrected. So just need approval of this resolution.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Click. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salyer. All in favor? Any opposed? Next is open and approve bid for the foundation concrete work at the Van Leer Pavilion. The first bid is from Middle Fork Contracting. And that bid is $144,575. $144,575. The second bid is from County Concrete. And that bid for County Concrete is $118,000. So two things, that is slightly above what the court had budgeted in this year's budget for this project. But again, I would recommend that we approve the low bid of County Concrete for $118,000 pending review of bid specifications, compliance with bid specifications, and also allocation of additional funding to that project. So if you are comfortable with that, then that way we can kind of move forward with that. Dewey Bocook Engineering has created the bid specs for that, so we'll let him review everything, and then if it's compliant there, then I'll work with Tammy on the financial side of it and see if we can handle the additional funding beyond what we already have budgeted.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Gerald. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Click. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Next is open and approved bid for site work at the Hager Hill Athletic Complex. This is to do the site work and drainage. We have one bid. This is our second time bidding this. We were above engineers' estimates last time.
Who's this by?
Ferguson Excavating.
And what's this for again?
This is for the site work at the Hager Hill Athletic Field Complex. Site work and drainage. The bid is $449,998. That is closer to, I would have to get with Dewey, I think that's closer to what the engineer's estimate was for that project. But again, we'll have to review the budget now we know the amount, to see what we had budgeted for this project for this year. So would once again recommend approval of this bid, subject to review for compliance with bid specs and confirmation of available funding.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Salyer. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gerald. All in favor? Any opposed? Lastly, under other is approval of the fiscal year 25 treasurer's settlement. You have a copy in front of you. This is an action that we take at the end of every fiscal year related to the finances of the county. Just need a motion to approve.
Make that motion.
Motion by Commissioner Click. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Salyer. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Anything from the commissioners tonight? No? Anything from those in attendance? Ryan Howe, good to see you here from Kentucky Power. Appreciate you coming. Thank you. Thanks to Utilities. Thank you all for being represented. Ryan, thank you for being here representing, I assume, EMS, City of Paintsville in some capacity, or Thelma Fire Department, right? Take your pick, right? Whichever hat you got on tonight, right? So nothing from those in attendance, then we do need to have an executive session for contemplation of acquisition of real property. So we would need a motion to go into executive session.
Make that motion.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Gerald, second by Commissioner Click. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we will need the